Hello, and welcome again. Today is 28th of November, and I'll be looking this way while explaining you the question today because I have upgraded my setup. And today we have a maximum window sliding window maximum problem. So, as the name suggests, we have a window and it is sliding. Where it is sliding? It is sliding in an array. What's the size of the window? It's specified by the uh, it's given to us. So we have an array and we have a size of the window. What we need to do is while sliding through the array, we can only see in the array for that size. In this we can see the whole array, but let's just say that we can only see the array for that window. What we need to do now is find the maximum of each window. Maximum of each window in the terms that if a window is of size 3, that means it contains the 3 element. We need to print the maximum element out of those 3. In this case, if you see the array 1 3 minus 1 minus 3 5 3 6 7, for the first window is 1 3 minus 1, and hence the maximum is 3. For the second window, the first element is excluded, and the third element is included. So the new window is this, and is its maximum, as we can clearly see, is 3. As we move ahead, the maximum changes, and we need to return an array for this maximum. Now, how are we going to do that? First, let's satisfy some basic cases. Uh, some basic cases are these. What if it points to nothing? What if its length is 0? What if its length is 1? Or what if its length is not 1 but k is 1? So if you know k is 1, then each element in that window comes only once, and hence the whole array would be returned as it is. If we satisfy these four cases, we satisfy the first, let's say, two problems of this input. We have more inputs with us. For other inputs, now we need to consider each window. First, I thought of the naive approach. I'll be honest here, I didn't get the solution without these hints. I had to use the hints this time. And first, I'll walk you through my naive approach, what I thought and how it could be done, and then I used these. I got a TLE, so I had to use the hints, and then I got the answer. So first, my naive approach. What I did is, for the first k, for the first, I started with the first element, and then I excluded the last element and included the first element and checked for the maximum each time. How I did that? I used two loops. So the complexity of this algorithm is uh, n into k. So it's n cross k, a big O of n cross k. So let's start. Starting from 0, I'll check for I less than n minus k. Why n minus k? Because if my I is here, then I'm starting my j from here to here. Hence, I don't want any array out of bound exceptions. That's why I'm taking my I till here only. Then still here only. Then it will go this, this, and it won't be out of bound. In that loop, what I did is I again took a variable maximum which I declared before. Then I assigned the value of the ith to it. Then what I did is I started another loop from I now I needed the loop from the first element of the window to the last element of the window. How do I do that? Either I could start from I to k minus I, or I could start from 1 to I plus k. I started from 1 to I started from 1 to k, and what I did is each time I added I to that j. So this loop will run for 3 times in total, and it will grab the I plus 1th, I plus 2nd, and I plus 3rd element for me, and I simply checked if it is greater than the maximum or not. and if it is greater than the maximum, change maximum. Then I had to do this one thing, I had to create a list, because I didn't know the size of the array. I think it can be calculated using some formulas, but I didn't want to go through all that. So what I did is I took a list, an array list, and what I did at the end is I simply copied it into another array. I created another array and I copied it into another array, and I returned that array. So this took, as you know, this gave me a TLE. So my second approach was, I'll read the first clue and it said use doubly linked double DQ, doubly ended queues. So I thought of an approach where I only used Q, but it wasn't successful. Then I used WQ and it was successful. So the idea here, if I can explain you through this example, I got this pick from Geeks for Geeks. They also have a great explanation for the same question. They actually have 5 approaches. If you are comfortable with AVL, or if you want to use Maxi for this, you can easily do that. I was more comfortable because I read the Q and I was halfway through my answer, and hence I did go with this. So our algorithm is, first what we want to do is we take a queue and we add an element to it. Then while adding the second element, we check if the first element is less than the second element or not. If it is less than the second element, remove the first element, add the second element, and if not, then add the second element after it. Let's just watch this. Yeah, firstly we fill the queue, and while filling the queue we kept that in mind that if our current element is greater than or equal to the last element in the array, in the queue, if this is the queue, then the last element of the queue, we are storing index in this queue, by the way. So if our element, let's say this is 3, so let me walk you through with an example. I added 1 to the queue, I added 0 to the queue, which value was 1. Then I checked for 2, and I checked if 1 is less than 2. It was less than 2, so I removed 1 and I added queue. Then I checked for 3. I checked if it was greater than 2. It was greater than 2, so I removed this and I added this. Then moving on, our window changed. So in this window, what I did is I checked for this element only, because firstly I checked from I equals to 0 to I equals to k. Then I checked for I less than k, that means 2 in this case, and then I checked for I equals to k to end. Then I'm only worried about these elements, and in this what I do is I checked if 1 is greater than the last element stored in the array. So the last element stored in the array is 1. Sorry, here we were here. So I checked if 1 was greater than the last element. It was not, so I simply added the 1. Why we are doing this, let me explain. So if we have this array, we know 3 is maximum. 3 would be maximum for this array also and for this window also, but we need to keep track of this 1 also, because when we shift this to the next, it might just happen that this is equal to 2 and these two are 1 and 1. So if we neglect this 2 at this third index, uh, just because it is less than 3, we might miss that the fourth index and the fifth index might have some element which are less than these two. So coming back to our explanation, now in the third step what I did is my window changed from third to fifth. Now I had to remove this 3, although this, in this case we were lucky that 4 is greater than this 3, so we didn't need to care about it. But if it was not, we anyways have to remove this 3. Let's imagine it was 1 and 1 and 5, and our window would be 3 1 1 and 5, and then our window would increase to 1 1 and 5, but we need to remove this 3. So for removing this 3, what I did is I checked this condition. If the first element, that means the first element of our queue, here, let's say this element, we have two elements, this and this, we are checking this to see if the next element is greater than this or not, and we are checking to see this. It's not it stores the index, so we need to see if the index is less than k minus I or not. And if it is less than k minus I, we are not interested in that index, because then our window has changed. Now let me just zoom on the code here, and let me, okay, I don't know what's happening to my PC. Yeah, it's fine. Again, uh, so we were here. I checked for the condition while adding. If it is the current element is greater than the last element, remove the last element, add the current element. Then what I did is, for I equals to k to I less than nums dot length, what I did is I checked if the element present in the queue, if the index present in the queue has is out of the window or not. If it is out of the window, I checked using this condition, please remove the element. And if it is not out of the window, I also checked if the it is less than the current element or not. So if it is less than the current element, if it not it if the last element is less than the current element, then I need to delete the last element. I checked the first element here, and here I'm checking the last element, and then I again added to the queue. Now I have to do this twice. Firstly, I did it here. I added my this uh, to my result, because our first window was done here, and we added the result of first window, then second, third, fourth, fifth, but the last window was left here, because here I would just add the last here, and it might just happen that this is the answer for the last window. So I had to do this here also, and I added, and then I converted this array, because I didn't know no better method. I tried two array, but it failed for some reason, so I had to do this. I added this, and I added these two lines of code to convert my array list into a my array list into a simple array of integers, and I returned the answer. And I had some issue with a few examples there, but I solved it out, and I hope this helps. And that's it. Thank you.